See, Turek, your mind, it is like a gun. And you want to load it up with little itty bitty bullets of knowledge.
What's going on, family? It's your guy Boro, the Lucky Libra, and thank you for tuning in to another episode. Alright, as you can see by the title, we're picking up the constellations through the house series, the first house specifically with Capricorn in the first house. Alright, now first, make sure to tap into my website to connect with the Lucky Libra. Make sure to tap into my Patreon, alright, where I'm getting into celebrity synastry breakdowns, monthly collective readings, and more. Okay, so when we look at the first house, all right, we're dealing with our natural personality, our natural personal outlook in the world, how we personally express ourselves, how we deal with personal issues, insecurities, and circumstances in our life, people, places, and things that we connected to personally. All right, huge emphasis on how we start and initiate things. We got that first vibration here, that leader one vibration, I am vibration here, and also huge emphasis on how others perceive us, especially on first impression. Okay, so when we got Capricorn in the first house, all right, this is my placement. You know, Capricorn is cardinal earth ruled by Saturn. All right, now Saturn is dealing with time, it's dealing with structure, order, okay, restriction, boundary, limitations, all right, discipline, organization. All right, so off rip, having that influence, the first house Capricorn is also earth, dealing with being grounded, practical. You know, these people are real steady individuals. All right, they don't jump on things because they deal with more practicality and tact personally. All right, with Saturn here, everything is they personally view everything as how much time is this gonna take, or how much time invested into this. But this is how they're looking at things with people, places, and things in their personal life. So they're looking at things as how long is this relationship or this thing that I'm personally into right now? What's the expiration date on this? How do I organize and move on to the next? This how the personality is, always trying to organize and structure people, places, and things in the personal life. All right. You're going to experience a lot of restriction here, having to do things with more time with Saturn influence in the first house. So you need to know what house you have Saturn in as a Capricorn rising. This is the house where you're going to be doing a lot of construction work. You're going to be building things in this house a lot, all right? Building your reality here, getting organized and trying to structure this area of life, okay? And this area of life is also going to be where a lot of your personal issues are the most active. So with this influence in the first house, these real serious and dignified type of people. They want their personal presentation image to be respected or honored in some type of shape or form. All right, so this is why they real serious about how they present themselves, how professional, organized, presentable they are, period. When it comes to Capricorn rising, they're real conscious about these things, okay? You know, they could carry themselves as like, yeah, as others should respect them, but real reserved personalities here too. So, you know, personally, they rather scope the scene out, see what's going on. Saturn doesn't reflect light, is dealing with straight practicality, time, and what makes sense. So in this case, when they act on things personally, it has to make all the sense in the world to them. It really has to have some type of gain here. You know, Saturn wants to gain. It wants to utilize building blocks and structure here. When we talk about the Capricorn constellation, period, this is the I use. So personally, this is why I'm saying they look at people, places, and things in their personal life, like what's the expiration date on this, or how long can I use this? What is this worth? What is this relationship worth? Because everything is being perceived as a building block, or something that they're you know, working on or working with. They could sit on a thought for a while before expressing. Okay, very tactful and strategical individuals. They have somewhat of a bossy, authoritative personality, even if they're not equipped to, or even if they don't have certain credentials to prove why they move like that. Personally, they could have that type of tone to how they express themselves and perceive things from a real bossy, authoritative standpoint. All right. but they aspire to build. All right, legacy is a huge theme to Capricorn risings in the first house, how they're able to cultivate reality here. So very determined individuals, but they really have a strong influence to want to structure something in their personal life, to have some form of stability in their personal life. So it can almost be like, you know, personally they could be real non-responsive to certain other things, you know, because they're so focused on what is it that they're trying to cultivate, and everything else could just come off as, once again, quote unquote, more time that they gotta waste or pay attention to something else when they have certain priorities that they may be real serious about. Okay. Now, you know, with Saturn dealing with restrictions, limitations, and boundaries, these individuals can restrict how they express themselves, okay? So, you know, these people could take a minute for them to probably come out their shell, all right? Take a minute for them to, you know, be way more communicative and relatable about certain things that they personally into, because most of the time they like to have their back against the wall and scope out the scene. More cool, calm, and collective type of personalities. But Saturn here, when it is certain circumstances where the Capricorn rising needs to learn to express themselves some more, it may be more of a receiving state here, all right? So there's going to be certain times in life where you're going to have to learn to be more expressive, to not make sure, because you're going to experience restrictions here. You just got to make sure that restriction that you experience doesn't become something subconscious where you start to restrict how you personally express yourself. This is an expression house. The first house is an expression house, all right? So with Saturn here, it's almost like you look at your personal expression, like what's the point of personally expressing myself if what I'm saying or what I'm giving out or what I'm acting on doesn't really make sense? It has nothing that could, no worth, or, you know, I'm not really giving something to others practical in some type of shape or form, but it could be something enlightening, something you teaching, all right? So never want to underestimate these things, Cap risings. Now, more into the traits, all right? More into traits and physical presentation. Once again, dry, reserved, strong facial features, real strong facial features, the jawline, big heads, big foreheads, all right? I've said this many times for those of y'all that follow me on IG, Capricorn rise. We got some big heads. I got big wide forehead, okay? You know, strong jawline, mostly come off thorough, presentable. All right, a bit sharp, may not have the best brands or the best outfit, but you know that shit gonna be ironed right. Lace is gonna be tied, as presentable as possible. A lot of the times, as professional as possible. When you look at the Capricorn rising, okay, somewhat average height individuals, and yeah, can have a big forehead, full face, more wide in the face, okay. And some celebrities that we have: Ariana Grande, okay, Megan Fox, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylie Jenner, Zac Efron, Naomi Campbell, Bono from U2, Lenny Kravitz, Malcolm X, Gwen Stefani, and John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon. Is that John Lennon? Oh, John, damn, I don't know who that is. I don't think that's John Lennon though. Yeah, I think it is John Lennon. I actually do. Let me just double check, y'all. I don't want to be just throwing out Scorpio rising spirits on certain people. It ain't even Scorpio rising. That lets y'all know how crazy my handwriting is. Is John Lennon Scorpio rising? Nah, it wasn't John Lennon. I don't know who that is, but I'll just have to look at the list later. But y'all already know what it is, family. It's your guy, Boy, the Lucky Libra. Y'all make sure to tap into my website, tap into the Patreon. Until next time, we're picking it up with Aquarius in the first house, all right? Peace.